Alright, welcome back to Big Rooster's 420 vlog on all things 420. I'm your host, Big Rooster. Disclaimer notice. This is a 420 truthful F-word friendly channel. If you're not 420 friendly, or the F-word pops out, or the truth offends you, don't watch our content. I have a medical marijuana card and a PPL in my state. Smoking, growing, and possession is legal for me as long as I buy it at a dispensary, I have it in its original bottle, I have the receipt, I don't use when driving, and I keep in a locked case when not in use. If you don't subscribe, think about subscribing today. Subscriptions are free and nothing to download. Cock-a-doodle fucking do, people. Seriously, grab your weed and pay attention. This is episode 11/420. Today is 2/27/2021. It's about 11:30 Mountain Time. My shout-outs go to the veterans in the active military. As a veteran, I know all they do. The 505 for being a great place to live, and to my viewers and subscribers, hoping you good health during this pandemic. Let's get into today's episode. Tonight's bud review. It's East Coast Sour Diesel again. This was the only strain you had in stock at the Urban Wellness that I use on San Mateo in Albuquerque, New Mexico. That had the highest THC, and it's only about 23.25%, but it shocks you. Because like I tell everybody, I smoke for a couple of weeks and I quit for about a week, 10 days or so. This way here, my body, it helps my body rather than that I just need to smoke more and more and more and spend more and more money. It's stupid. Be an adult. Tonight's laws and news. I usually keep it fresh as of the vlog. A lot of the laws are being passed or just passed and become law. So I keep up with that, within a few days or so. All right. Smoke's pretty good. Later, towards the end of the vlog, I love this Dunkin' Donuts coffee shit, but it's like $2.30 or 40 cents each, right? Well, I'm going to share a hack with you later. It's not exact, but I get real close. There's an ingredient missing, and if I ever figure out what it is to make it exact, I'll let you know. But if you like iced coffee, Dunkin' Donuts, you can make it at home. A lot cheaper. I can make 2 pots of coffee and make about 9 of these, and they're 13.7 ounces. You won't buy 9 of these for a couple bucks. And you could probably use the coffee that you normally use. However, I do it at a 13.7 ratio, in the bottle, ounce bottle. All right, we can get started now. National news, the IRS, they're back. Charles Rettig said he'd prefer if marijuana were able to pay their taxes in direct deposit rather than cash because they can't get bank accounts. Well, yeah, I know why the IRS says that, because as soon as you deposit in the banks, it's a Federal Reserve. Once you go over $10,000, the bank notifies the IRS, and the IRS says, hey, he's got money. Let's tax the piss out of him. All right, in Kansas, Laura Kelly bill to legalize marijuana and use revenue to fund Medicaid expansion has just been introduced to the House. In Connecticut, Ned Lamont laid out his case for legalizing marijuana. He further said it's been a long time coming, and we've been talking about it for ages. It's time to legalize it for adults. I agree. I've always said this. If you can go fight for your country at the age of 18, you should be able to drink a beer at 18 and smoke a joint at 18 years of age. And if the alcoholics can do it, even if it's 21 years of age, then if, you're 21 years of age, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to smoke marijuana. And if they think about this even logically or even badly, they'll know that most potheads don't drink. So if you turn a few alcoholics into potheads, that's less DUIs, that's less people getting killed, and that's less people that they have to arrest and put in jail and house, and everybody has to pay for them, and it would just cut a lot of shit out. You know, not all of it, because you never can do that, but it would cut some of it out. All right, Marjorie Taylor Greene disclosed she sold between 1,000 and 15,000 worth of stock in Medical Marijuana Inc. this month. All right, yeah, making a profit. And in Alabama, Senate passed a bill to legalize medical cannabis. The bill now heads to the House of Representatives. All right, I had a couple strokes in my left eye. It's kind of, you know, doesn't really open up. Anyway, all right, I'm back. Sorry about that. My stupid cat keeps trying to get in the cabinet. She chews like a dog. So they're trying it again. Anyway, in Minnesota, House of Labor amended and approved a bill to legalize marijuana. This happened a week after a separate panel advanced it. In South Carolina, a poll found that voters are a 5-to-1 ratio on supporting legalizing medical cannabis. Everybody's getting on the bandwagon. In New York, the NAACP branch will hold a webinar on marijuana legalization on Thursday. New Jersey, Cory Booker spoke at a Black History Month town hall about his work to lead marijuana reform efforts in the Senate. Yeah, see, once they pass the bill, they got to reform it and reform it and reform it until they can tax the hell of it and take, 30% probably at least. Anyway, in South Dakota, the Senate approved a bill creating a framework for recreational marijuana sales in case the state's voter-approved legalization initiative is held up in court on appeal. So they're getting prepared. In New Hampshire, the House of Representatives passed a bill to let patients grow their own medical cannabis. That's a pretty good deal. I can grow mine here too. So I think everybody should be able to grow it. You're not going to be able to outgrow legally what you can smoke, and they know that. So they'll let you grow enough to get a little bit of break during the year. So anyway, in Arizona, regulators sent guidance on tax requirements for marijuana businesses, including the official code for such business is 420. Funny but true. It's funny, yeah, but it's true. I looked it up. All right, in my home state of New Mexico, Deb Haaland, Interior Secretary nominee, defended her support for using marijuana tax revenue to fund schools. She added, "We don't know Bambi's stance on cannabis." Well, if he had some good cannabis, he'd stand pretty good on it. And the New Mexico House Taxation and Revenue Committee approved a bill to legalize marijuana, sending it to the House as the next step. We're getting close, and our governor says that that's her agenda this year, to get that passed. And it's a good thing, too. It really helped the state out a lot. Science and Health, the study found that legalizing marijuana in recreational use reduced morphine milligram equivalents per enrollee by 7% and 13% respectively. And in culture, Comedy Central posted a tweet about New Jersey legalization of marijuana. And rapper Sean Paul spoke out about his relationship with marijuana. Wow. Woo! Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty smooth for what it is. Usually most medical stuff is pretty good. All right. In business, a subsidiary of Acreage Holdings Inc. Woo, is selling its Florida operations to Red, White, and Blue Brands Inc. Well, now That's a smart businessman. Get out while the getting is good. And places a sewer hole, the armpit of America. It's even shaped like an armpit. All right. Innovative Industry Properties, Inc. reported a quarterly revenue of $37.1 million. This is why people are jumping on the bandwagon. And Green Thumb Industries, Incorporated, raised $56 million by selling shares. That's just shares. Imagine what they were making selling the product. This is why everybody wants in on the game now. All the states and the government. And if the states get involved in it, the government is not going to not get involved. Somehow, some way, they're going to make their money on it. You know, they always, oh, you can't put your money to bank. You can't do this. You can't do that. It's a Schedule I drug, blah, blah, blah. Well, I said in previous blogs that they are trying to decriminalize it within the government and take it off the Schedule I list because, you guessed it, they're going to get their little greedy dick skinners in it too. All right, and my plug of the week, Ticked Off Vic from New Jersey, my home state. You have truth and it's funny as shit. Keep up the good stuff. Forget about it. Capiche? All right. Let's increase the national IQ tonight by maybe 1%. We're only going to learn one word at a time. We're going to make it simple. On Fridays, I like to learn 2 words. That way there, you make up for Saturday and Sunday, see? All right, the word of the day is accouchement. Part of speech, it's a noun. And it's French, late 18th century. And the definition is the process of giving birth to a baby. Used in a sentence, it took the whole zoo to assist the elephant during her accouchement. All right. Pretty crazy, but whatever. Now you learned something. All right, let's do the cold coffee hack that I talked about in the beginning. Dunkin' Donuts coffee. You seen me drink it earlier. I don't use sugar in my hot coffee, but in cold coffee, you have to put the sugar. So even if you don't use sugar, put the sugar. I tried it without the sugar. You won't like it. I use this 7-ounce bottle for my cold Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I bought a few of them so I would have them so I can get close to the ratio. What I did was I used 4 teaspoons of sugar and 8 teaspoons of creamer. I use a powder creamer or to taste, sometimes 10, 11, depending on how dark the coffee comes out. But use Dunkin' Donuts coffee also. I use whole bean and grind it. That's the best way to go, is use the whole bean. So anyway, 13.7 ounce bottle, put your cream and sugar in it. Take your coffee, fill it up about halfway or so. Shake it real good to melt dissolve the creamer and the sugar in there, and then fill it up to about 1 inch from the top. I usually do about here because you're going to want to shake it when you bring it out of the refrigerator just to stir everything back up. Put it in the fridge till it's cold, and you'll be pretty close. But you won't be spending $2.35 to 50 cents per bottle. Only the first time to get the bottle so you have the equation right. You know, the science to it. All right. One more thing. Check out my other vlogs. Follow me on Instagram at big_rooster_420. Check out Big Rooster's Corner for trending news, government, business, weather, sports, and I do dumb criminals. And just common sense thinking. I'm going to pull away from doing so much stimulus crap on there. I always had like a little segment thing, so we're going to do like a little comedy thing instead. The stimulus check, it's tomorrow you have to watch Big Rooster's Corner and you understand exactly what I'm talking about. And it's giving me such a headache. It's just like, forget about it. Capiche? Anyway, drive-thrus, takeout, and dine-ins. We will preview different food locations and food previews. Pretty cool. We did a couple already. It'll get better, but, you know, we are not typically YouTubers. When we grew up, we didn't even have a pager till we were teenagers, or probably 18, 20 years old before they even came out with a pager. We had rotary phones. Remember those? You had to dial the number. And a phone call to phone booth used to cost 10 cents. Yes, and you had to use a phone booth. If you know what that is. It's one of them booths has a phone in it, and you close the door. Yeah, alright. Then we go on the road with Big Rooster with some vlogs. I take you on various adventures driving throughout New Mexico. It's pretty cool. A couple of them are a little shaky, but I'm gonna get a camera look like a dash thing. It keeps it from shaking around so damn much. Anyway. Alright, Big Rooster rants. That's funny as hell. I do cuss in it, so be prepared. And I give you a disclosure saying so in the beginning like I always do. I review different services and how they do with customer service and what pisses me off with the world. You know, if somebody pisses me off, I'm going to do a rant about it. Get my frustration out, and then I don't have to do it again. Alright, Big Rooster at Walmart. Funny shit that happens at Walmart. I don't go in a lot. I have PTSD, so the people really freak me out a lot. My wife goes in, but Jesus Christ, it's like multi-billion-dollar company, and they have like these scanner things, and they have like 1 or 2 people. Totally disorganized for a billion-dollar company. Alright, I do car and RV repairs as they come up. I show you easy ways to fix things, shortcuts, save money. And I just did one on our Ford pickup truck. I did the serpentine belt, a little bit of a shortcut, a little bit of hassle with it though, but nonetheless, some pretty good information on that. And Big Rooster's book reviews. I preview books that I read or wrote, and I read a few chapters of the books I wrote to get, see if you have interest in it, and if you do, you can get them at Amazon, and they come on Kindle and paperback. So, check out my other channel, Big Rooster's Recipes, Cooking and Eating, and Reviews. I do recipes. Right now I'm just kind of talking through them, showing you the recipe. And later we'll do cooking and stuff like that. We'll get a camera and everything using a cell phone for now. Anyway, that will do it for today's episode. Until next time, stay safe. Don't trust the government. Smoke medical marijuana for your mental health. The mind you save could be your own. If you like our content, subscribe and give it a thumbs up. There's nothing to download, and subscription is free. Thank you for viewing today's vlog. And remember, marijuana is more than your friend. It is your bud. So it's howdy doobie time. Get fucking real, America. Big Rooster, I'm out.